Now, I know that this investment might look like a lot, but it's worth it, trust me. Every business you buy will give you a daily payout of their earnings, so there's a nice incentive for you. I want to put you in touch with Aisha. She just started a new company for the fastest taxi service in the UK. But she's not just looking for a driver, she's looking for a business partner. Interested? Amazing. You will not regret this. And you'll really be helping Aisha out. Great to see you. You ready for this? Aisha will handle the clients, you handle the driving. You are going to love the driving.
And who are you? Oh, the driver, the one Joel sent. Yes, so the business plan was for a premium taxi service around the UK. You know, get where you're going fast. But with Horizon in town, the definition of fast has changed somewhat lately. So you're hired. Here's your first fare. Oh, I'm Aisha, by the way. You've arrived. Oh, that was quick. Excellent. What was your name again? Never mind. I'll call the passenger for you. Now, first impressions are everything. This has to be fast, clean, and friendly. Oh no, did I clean the car? Yes, I did. I'm sure I did. You'll be taking this one over to the festival. Make sure it goes well.
G'day, how are you? I'm so excited to get to Horizon UK. I went to Horizon Australia and it was amazing. Have you been to the festival yourself? Not a talker, eh? That's okay. Never been to the UK before. I only landed last night. But I'd say the main difference between here and Australia so far is that we're better at everything. The festival. It's massive. I take it back. You Poms might have actually beaten us at something for a change. Crikey! How long did that take? You're not a talker, but you sure can drive. Thanks a lot, mate. See you round like a rissole.
So, your first fare went well? It did? Oh, well, that's excellent, isn't it? No time to rest, we've got another one. Local job, there should be a car waiting for you. Go, go, go! I've set the pickup location for you. I don't care how you get there, just get there. right. Park, wait, breathe. Oh no. Oh, no. Our next fare is a London cab driver. Just keep it fast and professional, and whatever you do, don't disagree with him. I've put the route in your computer. This is working nicely. I can set it up for you without us having to worry about street numbers and things.
See, in my day, taxi driving was a calling, not a pastime. Now it's all smartphones and touchscreens, though, innit? You've got your little sat-nav there. Let's see you get me to Hyde House. Going a bit fast, ain't ya? I mean, I don't... Through London traffic like a hot knife through butter, but I've got the skill and the experience, don't I? Now, see, you should have taken a turn back there. What did I tell you? These gadgets and gizmos are never going to replace good old-fashioned know-how. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this is still the right way. Tell you what I like about your office, though. Nice motor, spacious, comfy, 5-point seatbelts, very swank. Is this Hyde House? Is that the time? Blimey. Well, guess you did all right then, didn't ya? If you're ever down in London, don't try to pinch any of my fares, eh? Eh?
I don't believe this. Our last fare left a bad review. Way too fast, reckless driving, no conversation, 0 stars. The nerve of him. Oh, well, it doesn't seem to have lessened demand. I've been hoping to increase efficiency, so I went down to the Horizon Auto Show and spoke to a young man named Jamin. He seemed like a nice guy, so I let him make some changes to the car. Not sure what they were. Tell me if you notice any difference. Just wait here, I'll text the passenger. Oh, wait. Oh, no. The passenger wants a driver that can drive like crazy. You do know how to do that, right?
Hiya, I'm headed for a house on Derwent Water, please. First day and night at the festival have been incredible. Now it's time for the after party. Oh, you're not the driver with the bad review, are you? I was hoping I'd get you. Too fast, too slick, and no talking. Sounds like the best taxi ride ever for a Londoner. Let's go. Thank you so much. Have a great festival. Here, I'm giving you a 5-star review right now. If it went higher than that, I would.
Today. There's no point in trying. I'm at once, and I've been quiet for too long. I found peace in you. And show me there's no point in trying. I'm at once, and I've been...
So many fares, so many passengers. I'd hire someone to help me process them all, but I'm afraid it would just free me up to panic about something else. Right, here's one. I've set the pickup location. It's way out in the countryside. Now where's the passenger? Hurry up, before you get rained on. I've calculated your optimum route and uploaded it to your onboard computer, because it's not as if I don't have 1,000 other things to do.
You all right? I'm soaking wet, thanks for asking. And now I'm putting mud all over your nice clean car. Ugh. Can you just take me home to Broadway, please? Lovely weather today, she says. How about a walk in the country, she said. No need to take an umbrella, she says. What could possibly go wrong? You lot from the festival like the damp though, don't you? Slipping and sliding all over the place. You know what's funny? Where I'm from, we get rained on about 150 days a year. And we're still surprised when it happens. You all right? I'm soaking wet, thanks for asking. And now I'm putting mud all over your nice clean car. Ugh. Can you just take me home to Broadway, please? from, we get rained on about 150 days a year. And we're still surprised when it happens. I'm gonna go inside and have a cup of tea and a very long, very hot bath. Thanks for saving me. You go enjoy the weather. Glad it's fun for someone.
Well, despite the business bringing in far more passengers than we can handle, our friend Joel Carter thinks we need to do a little advertising. He's organized it for us. How nice of him. He won't tell me exactly what it involves, but he insists on you as a driver. Hold on. Joel sent me a message. Aish? Oh no, it's never good when he calls me that. I ran a cross-promotion contest with my world's fastest label to give away the quickest taxi ride in Horizon history. The winner is a Horizon fan all the way from the US. Don't worry, your new driver's got this.
Much obliged for the ride. I know it's strange and we're not going far, but I was over here for the festival and I've been a fan of drag racing for as long as I can remember, so, gee, Horizon sure is something, ain't it? I can't wait to get home and tell everyone about this. Not for a while, though. I ain't finished with the festival yet. Thank you to you and Joel and everyone.
Well, despite the business bringing in far more passengers than we can handle, our friend Joel Carter thinks we need to do a little advertising. He's organized it for us. How nice of him. He won't tell me exactly what it involves, but he insists on you as a driver. Hold on. Joel sent me a message. Aish? Oh no, it's never good when he calls me that. I ran a cross-promotion contest with my world's fastest label to give away the quickest taxi ride in Horizon history. The winner is a Horizon fan all the way from the US. Don't worry, your new driver's got this.
Much obliged for the ride. I know it's strange and we're not going far, but I was over here for the festival and I've been a fan of drag racing for as long as I can remember, so, gee, Horizon sure is something, ain't it? I can't wait to get home and tell everyone about this. Not for a while, though. I ain't finished with the festival yet. Thank you to you and Joel and everyone.
Congratulations! We call that a Forza edition. Custom upgrades you can't get anywhere but here. Big modifications inside and out. I don't even want to think what you'll be able to do with that thing on the road.
Well, despite the business bringing in far more passengers than we can handle, our friend Joel Carter thinks we need to do a little advertising. He's organized it for us. How nice of him. He won't tell me exactly what it involves, but he insists on you as a driver. Hold on. Joel sent me a message. Aish? Oh no, it's never good when he calls me that. I ran a cross-promotion contest with my world's fastest label to give away the quickest taxi ride in Horizon history. The winner is a Horizon fan all the way from the US. Don't worry, your new driver's got this.
Much obliged for the ride. I know it's strange and we're not going far, but I was over here for the festival and I've been a fan of drag racing for as long as I can remember, so, gee, Horizon sure is something, ain't it? Well, I can't wait to get home and tell everyone about this. Not for a while, though. I ain't finished with the festival yet. Thank you to you and Joel and everyone.
Well, despite the business bringing in far more passengers than we can handle, our friend Joel Carter thinks we need to do a little advertising. He's organized it for us. How nice of him. He won't tell me exactly what it involves, but he insists on you as a driver. Hold on. Joel sent me a message. Aish? Oh no, it's never good when he calls me that. I ran a cross-promotion contest with my world's fastest label to give away the quickest taxi ride in Horizon history. The winner is a Horizon fan all the way from the US. Don't worry, your new driver's got this.
Much obliged for the ride. I know it's strange and we're not going far, but I was over here for the festival and I've been a fan of drag racing for as long as I can remember, so, gee, Horizon sure is something, ain't it? wait to get home and tell everyone about this. Not for a while, though. I ain't finished with the festival yet. Thank you to you and Joel and everyone.
Thank goodness, a simple fare. Passenger had a breakdown and needs a lift home. Off you go. Here's the pickup location. It should feel like a nice, lazy holiday after that last one. Just to be clear, you absolutely cannot slow down or take a holiday. Park it here. The passenger shouldn't be far. Now, you needn't worry about their car. I've already organized a breakdown service to come and collect. Which reminds me, the photocopy is broken. Which means I have to print the invoices myself. Which means I need to... Anyway, that's not for you to worry about. There's the passenger. Off you go.
Thanks very much, but how did you get here so quick? You didn't know my car was going to break down before I did you? It's always like this. Just when you need to get somewhere, a light comes on and the car stops working. It's almost as if it knows I need to go somewhere and is actively working against me. Do you think that's what's actually happening? No, of course not. Fantastic. I might keep Aisha's taxis on the speed dial and just get rid of the car. It's always been a bit of a banger anyway.
Oh, yes, hello, you're back. What did you make of that last fare? Excellent, wonderful. Don't tell me there's no time. I have another passenger waiting for you. Pickup location is set. It's a bit rural, but I suppose it might be someone coming into town for the day. Park there, I suppose. Good a place as any. Huh. We're not going off to town. The destination seems to be in the middle of nowhere as well. Never mind. We don't need to know why they're going, do we? Just where. Though, you will be careful taking the taxi across country, won't you?
Sorry to have bothered you, but my tractor's on the blink, and I'm sorry if this is unorthodox, but I know every blade of grass on this farm, and I'm a little set in my ways, so you'll follow my shortcut precisely, please. Straight across that field to start. Cut across the road now. My shortcut is much quicker. Across the fields now. My shortcut really is much quicker. There now, wasn't that a good shortcut? Apologies if it was a little bumpy, a few new blades of grass I'm not yet familiar with, I think.
Next passenger has already been waiting at the pickup location for 20 minutes. What are you waiting for? Go! Just because they're overeager doesn't mean we can be late. Pickup is at Mortimer Gardens, but there's no destination or route. That's odd. This is the place. You better pull up. I hope this isn't another one of those those funny ones who doesn't actually need to go anywhere but just wants us to do some sort of ridiculous stunt. I blame Joel for this.
Right, now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't actually need to go anywhere. You've got a reputation around here as some sort of boss driver. Well, it's gonna take a lot more than a reputation to impress me. Head for the Mortimer Gardens and bring the drift. Right, now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't actually need to go anywhere. You've got a reputation around here as some sort of boss driver. Well, it's gonna take a lot more than a reputation to impress me. Head for the Mortimer Gardens and bring the drift. Right, now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't actually need to go anywhere. You've got a reputation around here as some sort of boss driver. Well, it's gonna take a lot more than a reputation to impress me. Head for the Mortimer Gardens and bring the drift. I've made a bit of a fool of myself, haven't I? Sorry about the fib I told you to get you down here, but thanks for the ride. That was some proper wild driving you just did.
Back, are you? Well, I'll have you know, while you've been quite literally spinning your wheels, I've been trying to run an actual passenger service. I'm not sure if... Oh, what am I talking about? Aisha's Taxis comes to a standstill without you. Sorry, but can we please get back to basics? Taking people from point A to point B. Very, very quickly. For me? Oh, thank you. Right, well, next pickup location is set. Away we go. Park it here, I'll call your passenger. I only spoke to the lady for a moment, but she sounds absolutely lovely. Just needs a quick hop over to Edinburgh to visit her sister in the suburbs. Apparently they like to watch motor racing together.
All right, love? Oh, you're not one of these drivers from Horizon, are you? I'm from a family of big racing fans myself. My sister and I have been following all the action at the festival. You couldn't put your foot down a bit for me, could you? Not bad, but it looks a lot faster on the telly. Can you speed it up a bit? Come on now, love. I want you to really blow my air back. Can you do that for me?
we going now? This is amazing. Everything looks so blurry right now. You. Good luck racing at the festival. I'll be cheering for you. Wait till I tell my sister I had a ride in a real race car. She'll say it was only a taxi, but you and I know differently, don't we, love?
Okay, calm down. Where to start? I've been working on a bit of a business diversification that I haven't told you about because I didn't want to worry you. I've managed to get my hands on a limousine. Jamin at the festival, such a nice guy. And I thought we could offer high-speed luxury group fares. But I really should have asked first, since you'll have to do all the driving. If this works, we could be Aisha's luxury limos. Got them? All right. I've put the next pickup into your sat-nav. Quick as you can.
And the bloke looks at the mechanic and says, I'd love to, but that's not my car. What do you reckon?
Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique.
Oh, well, there's not much point doing the rest of the joke now you've heard the punchline. Just warming up for this gig in Edinburgh. Hope you don't mind.
The dissect the style. I flip the script so you can't get foul. At least not now, it'll take a while. I change the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass to them so you get.
See, there's so many people in town for the Horizon Festival, I figure I'd better do some car jokes, but I don't know any. Do you? You're a driver. Nothing, eh? See, this is exactly what I mean. Joking about cars with this Horizon lot is like joking about burgers with a bunch of cows. Nothing, eh? You know, for a cabbie, you certainly don't say much.
Don't sweat the technique. The soldiers never found all the pieces of science
physicists try to solve the context. Philosophers are wondering what's next. Since the church to laugh to observe them, they couldn't absorb them, they couldn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience is my opponents. It might take years.
Anyhow, I think we're picking up my mate Charlie next. Maybe he's got something good.
You've made the pickup? Oh, thank goodness. So, what are they like? Are they funny? No, don't tell me. There's no time. I've updated your route to the next pickup point. Better get to it.
You want to know how slow my car is? I'll tell you how slow my car is. It's so slow that... Oh, hey! Hiya! You all right, Jess? How you doing? You got your car material ready for gig?
Not really, Charlie. What you got? Sounds like you're working on something.
Yeah, hey, here, listen to this. My car is so slow that when I drive it, it often makes me late for stuff.
That's not very good, Charlie.
Nah, it's not, is it? As slow as... Blimey, this one driving won't be much help. This taxi's quicker than me mama, bingo night. Here, we're picking up Harry next. Let's see if he's got something.
Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rocking to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move the beat. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang. To the boogie, say up, jump the boogie, to the bang, bang, boogie, let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm, and I'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on and sing that song. Check it out. When I'm imp the dim, the ladies, the women fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come in...
Okay, pickup confirmed. Thank heavens. When it comes to waiting, turns out these comedians don't have much of a sense of humor. Next pickup should be on your sat-nav now. Step on it.
All right, everyone. What you call a driver with no sense of direction?
Hey, take it easy, Harry. We don't want to upset our nice Horizon driver in the front here. Besides, I know the punchline to that one. It's rubbish.
Oh, you do? You could tell me then. I'm still working on the blooming thing. How about you, Jess? What have you got?
A whole lot of nothing. Not a lot of time to come up with anything better. The rate this taxi's going.
All right, how about this? What you call a comedian who has to get a job as a taxi driver?
I call that you and me, mate, if we don't come up with something before we get to Edinburgh.
Okay, calm down. We're picking up Poppy next. She's bound to have something.
Pickup confirmed. It's working. It's actually working. I can't believe it's actually working. Final passenger is down in Broadway. We can do this. Come on.
Hi everyone, Jess, Charlie, Harry. Wow, car jokes are hard, right? How about this? Why did the Horizon driver cross the road?
Yep, we're doomed.
Steady on, I've got some other stuff I've been working on. How many Horizon drivers does it take to change a light bulb?
Tried that already. The answer's 1. Tech down in the auto show named Dave changed both headlights on my car in about 2 seconds flat.
All right, relax everyone. We're gonna pick up Jack before we head to the gig. He's absolutely hilarious. He'll definitely have something.
What you gonna do? Lift up your head and keep moving. I'ma let the paranoia haunt you. These the fashion movies, so wear my heart. On my sleeve, let the runway start. You know the principle, we love company. What do you want from me and my scars? Everybody lack confidence. Everybody lack confidence. How many times my potential was anonymous? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this. I love myself. The world is a ghetto. The dick is high. I love myself. But I can do what I want when everyone I don't mind. I love myself. You said I gotta get up. I love myself. They wanna say it's outside and I'm in the street and I'm in the hood and I'm mob of police and I rock on the corner and a line full of fiend and a pool full of lean and I'm out on the scheme, yeah. These days of frustration keep y'all on tuck in rotation. I duck these cold faces, post up, V5 from bases. Dreams of reality's peace. Blow steam in the face of the beast. The sky can fall down, the wind can cry down. The strong in me, I still smile. I love myself. The world is a ghetto. The dick is high. I love myself. But I can do what I want with everyone. I don't mind. I love myself. You said I gotta get up. I love myself. One day at a time. Sun go shine.
Final pickup, and then you need to get them all to Edinburgh in time for the show. All jokes aside, we're so close now. Careful with this last passenger. He's the headline act. Not sure why. He didn't seem very funny on the phone.
Hello, Jess, Charlie, Harry, Poppy. Fancy running in? All of you. Wow, this taxi's quite fast, isn't it? Are we all excited for the gig? I know I am.
Jack, you have to help us. We're dying here.
Seriously, Jack, with all these Horizon people in town, if we can't come up with a decent car joke, we're gonna get laughed off the stage.
They're like not in a good way. Come on, Jack, we're all counting on you. What have you got for us? Don't worry, I've got it under control. You ready? When... It's a car, not a car. When it turns into a corner. All right, it's going to be a great show, everyone. Thank you very much, driver.
Taxis is about to go nationwide. We're busier than ever, and I still don't have help in the office, and I'm not stressed. I know we'll get there, and everything will be fine. I believe I have you to thank for this breakthrough. So I won't need you to do so much driving now. I can manage from here.
Do you seriously have 3-star reviews across the board on Aisha's
You have arrived early. Forzathon Live will begin soon.
taxi app? I'm glad I gave her your details. She might not look it, but I'm sure she's really grateful. Aisha sounded relieved on the phone, which, if you know Aisha, is pretty major. So, nice job. I'll call you when she gets in touch again.
Got an order here for one fully restored 64 GT40. Now, whose might that be?
Hello, my name is Robert. Don't need to tell me your name, Joel's done plenty of that. I've gathered a group of like-minded drivers together here at the festival, and I hoped you might help us attract more. We're called Drift Club, you see. We like to... well, you can probably guess. Some like the rush, but I'm rather partial to the engineering, I must say. Why don't you take my old Nissan 240 out and see which you enjoy better? The first thing to do, really, is go into your car settings and switch off the traction control. It might be a button, or it might need a pair of pliers and a bit of tape, but it must be done. Traction is the natural enemy of drifting. That's what I like to see. Now, I would like to see more, please. Fabulous! Drift clubbers, take note. There's more where this came from. A bit of speed, turn in, feather the e-brake as you hold the accelerator. It's more of an art form, really. I'll let you work it out. You see? Forget all my explanations of drifting. Just watch this. Them, but we've started adding some flags to bits of road that are really quite good for drifting. A great bit of practice for drift driving.
Forzathon Live will begin shortly. Good luck.
We've had a Drift Club meeting and decided to keep score of how our members do on all these routes. Make it a bit of a game, you see. This is the Subaru BRZ for boxer engine, rear wheel drive, and the zenith of drifting technology. I'm also quite partial to acronyms. Why don't you take a nice morning drive? And if you want to throw the back end out along the way, that'd be all right with me. Very good technically, but now let's see some passion. Come on. Crikey! Show me that again, whatever you just did. Would you, by any chance, be interested in having your picture on the cover of the Drift Club handbook? Nicely done. Now, we'll keep your score on the Drift Club ladder for eager new drivers to try and beat. I'd prefer they didn't, but you know how they get. This computer games that made them competitive, I think.
I'm coming for the medal. Running, running, running to another level. Running, running, running. I won't ever settle. Running, running, running. I'ma go and get it. Running, running, running. I'm coming for the medal. They don't wanna love me till I'm winning. They can't really block me from a
Good news. Drift Club membership is climbing steadily thanks to you. As soon as I get the membership cards and name badges ready, you'll be the first to know. I'd like us to be known as an inclusive club. You don't need a Japanese performance machine to throw around. An American performance machine will do very nicely too. This route is quite lengthy, so you'll need a good bit of forward as well as sideways. equals mass times acceleration minus friction. Drifting is all mathematics, you see. I do like mathematics. Though, you might say it's as easy as braking on the way into the turn to make the back lively. This shifts weight onto the front of the car, increasing grip and reducing weight on the rear wheels. Well, now the rubber's warm, let's keep going, shall we? Outstanding! Now let's really shred those tyres. Challenge if I made you wear washing up gloves. Make it look really easy. Liven up the rear, apply a bit of acceleration, then steer, and Robert is your father's brother. There's a nice spot on the way up to Edinburgh the Drift Club's been eyeing up. I think you've earned the right to have first crack and show off a little, what you reckon? I've thrown on new high-grip front tyres, tuned the throttle response in the computer and lowered it on firm springs. Well, if you get a show off, and so do I. I've put in a route down to the old rail yard. I think you'll see what I'm getting at. Not bad. But do I need to explain again about power to weight ratios? Well, you certainly can't do that with engineering alone. Now it's a friendly club, no need to make the rest of us look foolish. help you. Just a cheeky little detour down the side. I'm really chuffed Joel persuaded you to front up our little band. I think it's just the thing we needed. If we really want to be taken seriously, we need a bit of a personality to lead the way. A nice one. Anyway, no more said about that. Onwards and upwards, eh? We'll take a longer drift drive this time. Show drift clubbers the skills and technical challenges involved in covering that sort of distance. 98 Sylvia K, 2.6 litre, inline 6, and the full Rocket Bunny boss kit. I might have got a little carried away here, but I was sure you wouldn't mind. Remember when I talked about too much power? This is too much power. You really shouldn't need the flooring. Watch the rear. It's slippy. If it comes out, you're using too much power. I suspect that machine is capable of more. And so are you. Friction is what everyone wants to see. Not actual friction, of course, because that's an invisible force. There's no way to see an invisible force. What you can see, however, is clouds of smoke from tyres starting to burn at 121.11 degrees Celsius or 250 degrees Fahrenheit for those who prefer imperial measurements, of course. Very nice. Very nice. I like the back end work particularly. Very technically proficient. Well done. What did you make of that? If we get him used to long drives, we can have drift clubbers laying down rubber in every corner of the UK. Ever tried drifting uphill? It's quite a skill. I'll admit I'm useless at it, but you're going to show Drift Club it can be done. And I've found just the spot for it. And just the car. Borrowed this from G-Min at the festival. Nice young fella, if a little excitable. Practically flung the keys at me when I said I'd be handing it over to you. Here we go. A nice technical drive on mixed road surfaces. I do love the technical ones. That's what I like to see. Now, I would like to see more, please. Balance is key. Steer and counter-steer. Enough throttle to push the power slide, enough brake to hold your grip. You know, I really should be writing these bits of wisdom down somewhere. Fabulous! Drift clubbers, take note. There's more where this came from. On the uphill, you're fighting traction loss, burning power, and still relying on momentum to carry you through. Though I'm sure you're taking all this into account already. You see? Forget all my explanations of drifting. Just watch this. Some people claim that you have to use rear-wheel drive cars to drift. That is simply not true. Some of the greatest proponents of functional oversteering, or drifting if you prefer, come from stage rally. And some of them predate Mr. Takahashi. Some also claim that Japanese or American cars are the only options for functional oversteer. This is also not true. Here at Drift Club, we find drift machines in all sorts of odd places. Sweden, for instance. This is the Volvo 242 Turbo Evolution, featuring a few little adjustments of my own. I think you'll find it more than adequate. Course is late though, you're welcome to have a little fun on the way. Very good technically, but now let's see some passion. Come on. Crikey! Show me that again, whatever you just did. Would you, by any chance, be interested in having your picture on the cover of the Drift Club handbook? There, you see, this is just my point. People think drifting is simply losing control of the vehicle, when in fact, you are delicately balancing traction loss with grip. It's carefully controlled. loss of control is what I'm saying. Joel tells me there are drift clubs popping up all over the continent. Berlin, Paris, Amsterdam. I didn't start those ones. Did you start those ones? Should I send them the newsletter? In any case, meet the classic 1969 Mustang Boss. An incredible machine. And that was before they let yours truly under the hood. These long country drives are perfect for spreading drift club far and wide. So if you can make your way to Broadway for me, please. Rubber's warm, let's keep going, shall we? Outstanding! Now let's really shred those tyres. You know, it all began with Kunimitsu Takahashi. He invented drifting because he was winning all of his races and he wanted a bit of a challenge. There you have it. Drifting is about entertainment, not just engineering. Some members of our club are a little too fixated on the technical details of drifting, if you ask me. Would it be more of a challenge if I made you wear washing up gloves? Easy now, coming up on my favourite sequence, the technical bit with lots of tight turns. Well now, the spirit of Mr. Takahashi is alive and well in Horizon Drift Club. While the spirit of Robert Glenn is more than happy endlessly fiddling with his engine and suspension. Thank you very much. You seem to enjoy your trip through Edinburgh, so we should try that again. Traffic is always light in the morning, so you should have the roads practically to yourself. And I'd like to send you in this. 3rd gen RX-7 sequential twin turbochargers on a front engine rear wheel configuration. It's rather good, if you like that sort of thing. You should know the way. Though, of course, you're welcome to use the sat-nav. Sorry, I'm not sure why I said that. Not bad. But do I need to explain again about power to weight ratios? Traffic is generally light in the mornings, but I've had a friend on the council close down the roads for us, so it really won't be an issue. Sorry, no, I'm not sure why I said that either. Certainly can't do that with engineering alone. Now it's a friendly club, no need to make the rest of us look foolish. There you go. Edinburgh Drift, if I might be allowed a little joke at the expense of the film industry. I think we've done it. Everyone is talking about Drift Club. It's been on the radio, and I've been hearing the clubs cropping up all over the place. To celebrate it, though, I've got something really spectacular. We are standing in the presence of the Shelby Cobra 427. In my opinion, as close to heaven as you'll ever drive. This one belongs to Miss Dawson, who is something of a petrol head, if I may be so bold, and a real connoisseur of British automobiles. And you will be driving it up to the Horizon Festival and into the drift circle in the middle of the festival. I must say, I'm quite jealous. That machine is capable of more, and so are you. Very nice, very nice. I like the back end work particularly. Very technically proficient. Well done. Almost there. Oh, keep it together now, Robert. There it is. The drift circle. And the whole world watching. I can barely breathe. Flipping, this has really been quite the journey, isn't it? And may I add that it has been a personal honour to see you in action. So, after discussion with the other members of the club, we'd like to extend you personal membership for life, mind, of Drift Club.
Enjoying Drift Club, yeah? Never realized why the same bunch of drivers kept calling me for replacement tires until now. I'll let you know when the club is on next. Did I just get calls from former Horizon drivers in Australia? Is Drift Club going global now? Are you to blame for this?
I'm absolutely loving the way you keep tearing up these drift zones. At this rate, I reckon you'll be Horizon's new drift zone hero in no time. New zones coming right up. If you're gonna hit this many speed traps, I might have to disable the camera flash. Or get you some eye protection.
Very nice, am I right? Hans has got a consultancy out here testing cars. He's a brilliant engineer, but not much of a driver, so he's looking for a business partner. Want to join the insurance business? Welcome to the insurance business, eh? You're going to love this.
So, you are the one Joel has sent to help me, yes? My name is Hans Liebold. For 30 years I designed and built performance vehicles in Germany, but I have come to the festival to pursue a more exciting vocation, insurance. That was a joke. I'm trying to put you at your ease. It seems I have failed. No matter, let us begin. Now, the claimant in our first case poses an interesting question around acceleration and downforce. Now, if you would kindly take this Volkswagen Type 2 and attempt to make it take off. I assure you this is theoretically possible, given sufficient speed. I have set your navigation. It appears I have forgotten to close the roads to traffic. But we must reproduce conditions as closely as possible, yes? And so the claim is disproved. The Volkswagen Type 2 cannot fly. But to be truthful, I'm not surprised by the results of this experiment. But you will learn I'm nothing if not thorough. Hello! I'm pleased to see you again. Not merely for professional purposes, but also because of our developing social connection. Now, this is a BMW Isetta. For its size, it is deceptively powerful and also highly maneuverable, though I think perhaps not so maneuverable for the claimant who delivered theirs into the back of a furniture truck. So, if you would please test the Isetta's ability to navigate traffic whilst avoiding collisions. For the experiment and for your own safety, of course. And so the claim is disproved. With sufficient driver application, the BMW Isetta may navigate even dense traffic. I will inform the claimant that they must simply try harder. Our next case involves an outlandish claim and a vehicle with something of a reputation here in Britain, which I believe to be undeserved. You know this, the Reliant Supervan. With some small stability enhancements, this design, in my opinion, is quite sound. You will proceed, please, to Bamborough Castle, where we will attempt a small and highly scientific jump. Ah, you see? My enhancements greatly improve stability with no detriment to the look of the car. If anything, a small improvement, I think. Good. Now, to recreate the conditions of the accident, which resulted in a claim for damages to a church roof. You see, the fiberglass construction makes the Reliant Supervan light enough to become airborne. It lacks, I think, in aerodynamics and engine power. For this next test, I have compensated, perhaps overcompensated. We shall see. It occurs to me that I have added no additional safety features, but at least you will be landing on sand. It worked. I mean, of course it worked. And so we see that it is entirely possible to deposit a Reliant Supervan in the belfry of a country church. I will contact the claimant and pass on the good news. Well, the results anyway. Do you know that in my spare time I am an avid watcher of films? Oh yes. One of my favorite films sees young people having personal revelations whilst racing classic cars. See if you can tell what it is. Now, one of my claimants has apparently tried to recreate scenes of the film, which features a Morris Minor similar to this one, with limited success. We will require city conditions and traffic lights. So, Edinburgh, if you please. Is not so much like the California of the film, but perhaps we can use our imaginations. Well done, you have achieved the optimal result for the first part of our test, which is, I'm not so sure, this is a uniquely American word, but cruising, I think, yes? Now we must test the drag race performance of the Morris Minor with a few small engine modifications of my own. This is not strictly reproducing conditions of the film, but nor is the speed trap we are borrowing from the Horizon Festival. Now, straight line speed is our object. If it helps, you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor. Straight line speed is our object. If it helps, you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor. Excellent. I will advise the claimant that they may be confident lining up against an Austin Healey sprite as in the film. Once their Morris Minor returns from the crash repairer, of course. I must confess I was confused by our next case involving a racing truck. I was not aware of such a term. I had to consult with Horizon to find a suitable test vehicle. Though I was not disappointed with the result. Perhaps before we begin testing, you would like a chance to, how do you say, get a feel for this machine?
Very good. Unlike our claimant, you have passed the first test. The vehicle is not upside down.
Our claimant insists that these so-called high-performance heavy vehicles are simply too fast to manage variable terrain. We will attempt not only to prove otherwise, but to demonstrate they are much faster when kept firmly on the road.
You may feel an urge to go off. Road, despite my carefully plotted route, you will please resist this urge. Much improved acceleration over flat ground. Dispute the claim that the racing truck cannot be controlled. Indeed, if yours was refrigerated, you could quite easily deliver milk or eggs or other perishable goods.
My friend, did you know that video footage of our investigations is highly sought after around the festival? I was not aware so many young people were considering insurance as a career. In any case, we have a new claim and a new test vehicle, perfect for scouting our new test location. Please enjoy the scenery as well as the performance.
Notice the improved acceleration as we pass the dam. A little of my handiwork. The acceleration, not the dam. So, what do you think? A suitable location for a machine as rugged as this, yes?
Now, allow me to explain. Our claimant has explored this very quarry in a Willys MB, similar to ours, though they have expressed dissatisfaction with their performance upgrades. Through a combination of my work and your skill, we will now set about, very politely, proving them wrong. May I suggest a more aggressive approach to navigation?
You see the sat-nav? Please ignore this. make it known to the client that the Willys MB is more than adequate to their purposes of vertical movement and visceral excitement.
Hello, good day. How are you? Now that we have enjoyed the small talk, we may proceed to the next case, involving an acceleration test in normal traffic conditions. Now, this is a 1966 Volkswagen Beetle, into which I have placed a 2.5-liter F4 turbo engine. Partly to replicate the conditions of the claim, but also because I would very much like to see what happens.
Perhaps be careful with this vehicle. I may have overdone it. Actually, you know, the claim concerns a driver very much overdoing it. So by all means, how is it you say, put the foot down. So, another case closed. Though I must say, I like this claimant. All those years working in Germany, never once did I think to do this to a Volkswagen.
Our next claimant extensively modified a 1955 Chevy 150 utility sedan, with a view to turning it into a rally car. This is not so far beyond the realms of possibility. The vehicle is heavy, yes, but with all-wheel drive and rally-tuned springs and dampers, it could be done. The claimant's attempt resulted, of course, in complete failure, but I am confident that ours will not.
All in all, a highly adequate rally car. And we should not discount the psychological effect upon the competition of being overtaken by a collector's item.
Ah, greetings once again. So, we have our modified Chevy 150. Now we must test the claim that it will make a competitive rally car. I am confident in the vehicle's performance, and I have observed enough of your experimental driving technique to be confident in you also.
Now, you will need a co-driver, of course. will be me. Steady incline, four-wheel drive, hold the rear end tight. That did not sound as it should. You see how those wide tires and reduced weight handle the corners? The claimant failed to grasp this. In Germany, we would call this test kaputt. Let us reset and try again. Now, you will need a co-driver, of course. This will be me. Steady incline, four-wheel drive, hold the rear end tight. That did not sound as it should. You see how those wide tires and reduced weight handle the corners? The claimant failed to grasp this. Rough ground. Trust the improved suspension. Power in the big Chevrolet engine. This the claimant grasps a little too well, I think. Yeah, most satisfactory. Yourself and the car. The claimant will be pleased to know we have succeeded where they catastrophically failed. Or perhaps they will not.
Have you noticed an upward trend in peculiar insurance cases since we began our work? I have noticed this. Is it possible we are, how would you say, a bad influence? And here is one such case. The claimant wishes to establish the absolute maximum capabilities and tolerances of the Myers-Manx Dune buggy.
Well, if test the Dune buggy we must, then test the Dune buggy we will. This will make a prime testing location. I think also away from prying eyes. I knew insurance would be difficult. I did not know it would be so popular.
Now, the Manx here has been outfitted with the latest accelerometers, lateral G-force meters and impact sensors. I will be using the data to build a detailed telemetric profile. All I require from you is that you drive like you have no concern for your own safety.
Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Though I sense you have a little more of a carefree side in you, yes? Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Though I sense you have a little more of a carefree side in you, yes? So, we have successfully established the tolerances of the Myers-Manx. To what end, I'm not sure. We have received no claims of damage to dune buggies, except perhaps our own.
Have you noticed an upward trend in peculiar insurance cases since we began our work? I have noticed this. Is it possible we are, how would you say, a bad influence? And here is one such case. The claimant wishes to establish the absolute maximum capabilities and tolerances of the Myers-Manx dune buggy.
Well, if test the dune buggy we must, then test the dune buggy we will. This will make a prime testing location. I think also away from prying eyes. I knew insurance would be difficult. I did not know it would be so popular.
Now, the Manx here has been outfitted with the latest accelerometers, lateral G-force meters, and impact sensors. I will be using the data to build a detailed telemetric profile. All I require from you is that you drive like you have no concern for your own safety.
Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. have successfully established the tolerances of the Myers-Manx. To what end, I'm not sure. We have received no claims of damage to dune buggies, except perhaps our own.
Have you noticed an upward trend in peculiar insurance cases since we began our work? I have noticed this. Is it possible we are, how would you say, a bad influence? And here is one such case. The claimant wishes to establish the absolute maximum capabilities and tolerances of the Myers-Manx dune buggy.
Well, if test the dune buggy we must, then test the dune buggy we will. This will make a prime testing location. I think also away from prying eyes. I knew insurance would be difficult. I did not know it would be so popular.
Now, the Manx here has been outfitted with the latest accelerometers, lateral G-force meters, and impact sensors. I will be using the data to build a detailed telemetric profile. All I require from you is that you drive like you have no concern for your own safety.
Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Please accept as a token of my esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. Wunderbar. If you had not been under strict instructions, I would be seriously concerned for your well-being. So, we have successfully established the tolerances of the Myers-Manx. To what end, I'm not sure. We have received no claims of damage to dune buggies, except perhaps our own.
I'm afraid this case represents our last together as colleagues and work-related social companions. For the moment. As long as there is insurance, my friends, there will be bizarre insurance claims. For example, this claimant placed a 2.6-liter rotary engine inside a production Mazda Miata MX-5. As you are aware, this type of engine is more common in high-performance propeller-driven aircraft.
If you would please take it and ascertain just how badly this can go wrong. The first phase of testing will be along standard country roads with mild undulations next to the coast. The data is adequate but incomplete. Please do not concern yourself with the howling noise. This is quite normal. Endeavor to gather more information, please. Now for the urban testing phase. You will please take into account traffic and various asphalt conditions. Please avoid collisions with urban vehicles. But I feel we would gain further illumination with further acceleration. Do you not think so? Excellent. Now we begin the highway testing phase. Please exceed 200 miles an hour along this section for optimum data gathering. Interesting. My calculations suggest a performance of this kind should result in total spontaneous engine disassembly. And yet, here you are. Well, I must say, whether the claim was proved or disproved, it was a great deal of fun, and I have you to thank. I know you are busy at the festival. I'm sure I will see more of you. But if you should ever leave, I hope you will consider a career in insurance.
Hans might not show it, but he's grateful. Really. He loves setting up test conditions. But he hates driving. Hans says you're completely adequate to his purposes, which is about the greatest compliment I've ever heard him give. I'll call if he needs you again.